Hello everyone. I think you remember in the last session we end with the VRF, right? So the next topic is very, very important for interview point of view as well as for a HVAC design engineer. You must know what is FCU, what is AHU, and what are the different types of FCU, what are the different types of AHU, so that at the time of taking the decision, when we are selecting the system, this will help you. And if you want, you can please make a note of this. You see, this FCU and AHU is an 8-side unit, and this is common for split. I'm not talking about both, just in general at this level. After learning this, you'll get the clear idea. So if you talk about FCU and AHU, you'll find in a split system, ductable split, VRF, and the chill water system. And if you talk about district cooling system is also a chill water system, but the chill water system for a community. Okay, so even for district cooling system, this is applicable. And apart from this, if you talk about the geothermal, in that case also you'll find this unit. So this unit is common almost for all the system. I'm not talking about both. For example, if you talk about split system, you'll not find AHU. I'm talking about mini split. If you talk about ductable split, then you'll find the AHU. Similarly, if I talk about the cassette itself is a cassette split system. It's in that you'll find FCU only. There is no question of the AHU. So depend as per the type of system. So after learning this, you'll get the clear idea, and this is very, very important. So the first point, you see AHU and FCU. In short, we used to call it's the air handling unit and the fan coil unit. And both belongs to air side system. If you divide this HVAC system, you can classify into 3 categories. One is a refrigerant system. Second is a chill water system. Third is a air side system. So refrigerant system already we discuss, vapor compression cycle, and we discuss with the different systems. Chill water system you'll find in district cooling system as well as in chillers, air cooled and water cooled in detail. And then the next is air side system. In air side system, you'll find this AHU and FCU. And again, if you talk about air side system, you'll find CAV system, VAV system, dual duct, etc. That also we'll discuss. Let me complete this. So you can find on screen, you see FCU and AHU are both commonly used to regulate what temperature and the quality within a building. And remember, this is related to the air side system. So first we'll talk about FCU, then we'll deal with the AHU. Or if you compare this FCU and AHU, you can consider FCU is a smaller unit, and the bigger unit of FCU or the bigger version of FCU we can consider as AHU, just for learning point of view. But concept point of view, both belongs to air side. Both is used for cooling system or can be used for heating system, depend on the type of coil or depend on the type of system is connected to. If that FCU is connected to the chiller or the VRF, chiller means you can expect the cooling. If it is connected to the boiler, you can expect the heating. Or if it is connected to VRF system, in the last session we discussed now, if it is a heat pump, you can expect cooling or heating as per the requirement, any one at a time, or heat recovery simultaneously. So this is common. First, let me complete this FCU. So an FCU is a localized unit. Localized means we can consider as a single unit to condition air in a specific area or a zone within a building. Compare with the AHU. AHU can be used to supply the air for multiple spaces, but AHU is for one space. FCU are generally installed near the area they serve, such as wall mounted, floor, or ceiling. And you already have the idea. We discussed about the split system at the time. The different types of indoor, nothing but the FCU, that a high wall is on the wall. We have a floor type also. I'll show you in today's session. And you know about the ceiling. Ceiling is a cassette. Example for the ceiling is a cassette, right? So here on screen, you see FCU in HV system come with the various type and configuration to suit the application and the building need. And most commonly, this FCUs as per the interior requirement or the architectural requirement, because you see finally the client is looking for the good interior. So most of the time the selection or the type of FCU is done by the interior. So they ask you to follow a particular type of interior that suits as per the interior requirement. Okay, so most of the time in actual practice, you'll get this information from the architect or from the interior. In a particular type of project, you need to follow this type of FCU. The system can be a different type, but here I'm talking about FCU. Okay, so it can be depend as per the building type, layout and the specification most commonly as per the interior requirement. Remember this point. Here you see the components. What are the different components for FCU? Very simple. We already discussed this, evaporator coil, fan, heat exchanger coil. It is a evaporator here. In this case, if you talk about cooling, if you talk about heating, it may be what condenser, if it is a VRF system, or if it is connected with a boiler. So this can be a heating coil. So in short, in general, we can call as a heat exchanger. Next, the fan. There's a fan casing inside. You'll find the fan motor. It can be two casing. It can be one casing with a one fan motor, with a two fan motor. Depend as per the capacity and as per the configuration and as per the make also. You'll find the fan motor and the filters. And you see here is a cooling coil. You know this with a bunch of fins. These are the two fan blower. In between, you'll find motor with the two shafts. And here in this case, if it is a two pipe, you can call as a two pipe FCU. If it is a four pipe, we have four pipe FCU. I'll give you the list in the next page only, the different types of FCU. So this is simple. You can able to understand this because from the beginning in chapter 5, we discussed about the different system and we deal with the different indoor types. So you know about this FCU. So we'll discuss the types. But before this, the major difference between the FCU and AHU, as I said, is the capacity. So if you talk about FCU, you see the capacity is up to 2000 CFM. And you know what is CFM? If you don't know, please make a note. It's a cubic feet per minute. It's a unit of flow rate in English system. It can be liter per second or it can be meter cube per second. The detail we'll discuss at the time of ducting air side in part 4 of this course. So you know there's different parts as I've given the information at the beginning of the session. So one more point here, you can make a note. 1 TR equal to dash CFM. I think you know this.
400 CFM.
Yes, 400 CFM. And this is standard. This may vary as per the requirement based on the calculation. But if you talk about standard and for interview point of view, or if you talk about equipments, standard equipments designed with this flow rate, 1 TR equal to 400 CFM. So
this
capacity
is rule of thumb, right? 1 TR equals to 400.
Not exactly rule of thumb. You can consider this as a standard. At the time of calculation, you can consider this as thumb rule, but for the manufacturing or for the equipment side, many manufacturers considering this as standard. 1 TR equal to 400 CFM for the common application, not for the precision air conditioning or for special type. If you talk about residential, commercial, general application, you will find the equipment with the standard flow rate for 1 TR equal to 400 CFM. So you cannot say completely thumb rule. This we get as a standard. So capacity up to 2000 CFM. Then if you talk about residential FCUs, 0.5 available with 0.5 to 3 TR, nothing but 200 to 1200 CFM. Generally, FCUs or HU we are considering in terms of CFM because the air side unit, the outdoor unit, condensing unit, or the chiller we are considering in terms of the capacity. It can be a ton or kilowatt or HP, but the indoor units generally we are considering in terms of CFM. Okay. Next, if you talk about commercial, 1 to 5 TR, nothing but up to 2000 CFM. May I ask an interview? So remember, FCUs are available up to 2000 CFM. Okay. Start with the 200, very small unit. Next, we'll talk about the different types of the FCU. The list I have given. I'll show you the images of each of this type. You'll get the clear idea. So you see the first in the list is a horizontal conceal FCU. Conceal means which is not visible. You see what we discuss in a split system like high wall, cassette, freestand, all comes under decorative type. Conceal, let me show you the image. You'll get the idea. This is a conceal FCU. You see, just will connect a piece of a duct, not complete ducting. If the capacity increases, we can deal with the ducting for the small room also, but not for the multiple rooms. Okay, so this is generally above the false ceiling, which is not visible in case with false ceiling. Without false ceiling, it may be visible in case of some stores, etc. But in hotel rooms or in residential villas, this is going to be concealed. And this is a supply mouth, and you'll find a piece of a duct which will connect to or which will run up to gypsum board, the false ceiling. And on the gypsum board, you'll find a grill. At the time of air side, I'll show you more detail about the grills or the A terminals. At this level, just try to understand the different types. So this is a horizontal conceal FCU. Next, we have a vertical conceal. Again, if there is no space above the false ceiling because of some site condition or interior requirement, we have this alternate option. You see, this is a vertical conceal. You may find the other side of the wall and it's going to be on the floor. And you see, this is not decorative, so it's a conceal. So which should be hidden. And here we can connect a piece of duct, small duct, and with the grill, the air can supply in the space. Okay,
So
but remember, this can be connected to the DX system or can be a chill water system. All these FCUs, okay, except some. All this FCU or AHU can be a part of a DX system or can be a part of a chill water system. So don't think that this single unit will provide the cooling. The outdoor unit is required. Yes, online.
the exact uses of this vertical conceal FCU.
In case if there is no clearance about the false ceiling because of the interior requirement, we can use this one. Or
So
else
the below part will
listen,
be
listen.
below floor level.
How you can find on the image, you can consider this as a floor level, or it can be used for the double height areas. For
Okay.
example, consider a floor, okay, and this is say 20 or 30 feet height. So, and there is no option for, and you see double height means we cannot use, or there is no false ceiling, for example. So we'll make a partition here like this and replace the unit and a piece of a duct which will connect to the grill here and the supply air through this. And there is no one reason, depend on the different reason. So this is one example. Similarly, if there is no false ceiling and the unit and even the high wall or the high wall which is on the wall, you know, this is not accepted by the interior or the client, in that case we can use this one. Okay, so no, not commonly, you will not find this commonly. This is one option. Very rare you'll find this one. You see here, just we're talking the different types, but all will not use all the time, depend on the case. So you should have the solution. If you know the different types, then you can give the solution based on the different case. The case may be because of the interior, because of the space, etc. Next, everyone know about this cassette. We discuss in detail this cassette FCU,
Yes.
right? Next, we have a high wall. You know this high wall also. We discuss in detail. Next, we have a ducted FCU. Ducted FCU means we can use the duct. Example, you see. And don't think that ducted FCU means it is used to supply for multiple spaces. You know the capacity of the FCU is limited, na? So it can be for one space for even distribution of air. Okay, so you can find the unit here. And this is a canvas cloth and which will connect to the duct. And this canvas cloth is used to reduce the vibration from the unit to the duct. And more about this ducting site. What happened?
For image, it is not, I'm not able to recognize the
this unit, this site, this sheet metal you can see, no? And you can see the mouth. So it's a conceal, like a conceal horizontal ducted. Sorry, conceal horizontal, what I've shown at the beginning. The same unit will connect with the duct. For example, the capacity say 3 TR and it's a big room. So in that case, we can use this duct for uniform distribution. So it's a ducted FCU. Next, we have a floor mounted FCU. This is a decorative type. This also not commonly used. You see, very rare with a few models only. And technically also, it is not at all recommended to supply the air from the low levels because the cool air is dense. In case of heating, this is a good option because hot air density is less. If you supply from the floor level, because of density, as density is limited, it can go up and it can heat the air, heat the room. But this is not at all recommended for the cooling purpose. But anyhow, it's an option available in market as per the requirement one can use. This is a decorative type, floor mounted only, but decorative type compared with the previous. Next, we have ceiling suspended FCU. You see, this also very rare you'll find. This is almost outdated. In some cases, you'll find this one, but it's look very odd. But in some makes, you'll find this ceiling suspended also. Next.
Cassette is also ceiling suspended.
Yes, right? Cassette also ceiling. Best option is a cassette. This is alternate of that. In case if you cannot use the cassette and there is no option on the wall, then one can use this one. So you'll not find commonly it's not used, so option. Next is a chill water FCU. You see, chill water FCU or the DX FCU. The difference is the source of the medium. For example, you see in case of chill water FCU, this pipe is a black steel pipe and in this pipe will supply the chill water and this should be with insulation. Insulation is not done here. We have a separate topic for chill water system. We'll discuss in detail. At this level, this FCU is connected with the black steel or carbon steel or nothing but this low carbon steel or mild steel, not copper, because this we are using to supply the chill water. So this is a chill water FCU. Means as per the system, this FCU changed chill water. And this design also will be different compared with the refrigerant type. Refrigerant nothing but the DX. The next you see DX. This is nothing but what we discuss. You see, this is a copper pipe. And remember, for DX or for chill water, inside you'll find the copper piping only. But the connection for chill water, the pipe which will connect to the unit is different. And the medium, the source of or the medium is different. In case of DX, refrigerant will supply the refrigerant. In case of chill water, will supply the chill water. Next, we have two more, 4 pipe and 2 pipe. 2 pipe means what I explained at the beginning. Means, but 4 pipe, in the 4 pipe, you will find a separate coil for heating, separate for cooling. So the cooling coil can be connected with the chillers, and the heating coil we can connect with the boilers. Okay, to supply the hot water. So as per the requirement, one can use. So we can call this as a 4 pipe system. Means 2 pipe for this supply it in for chill water, and the other is for the hot water. Again, the model is going to be different. And the 2 pipe what we discussed at the beginning, the same. So these are the different types of FCU. And as I said at the beginning, this FCU is common for the different system: VRF, chill water, split, ductable split, etc. So this is about the FCU, fan coil unit. In short, FCU. This selection of FCU as per the interior requirement or the site clearance, or mostly as per the interior requirement only, you will find this option. In many projects, initially the interior will decide the type of FCU, and they provide the information to you. Based on that, we'll select. And about the system, that we'll discuss later, how to decide the systems. Even in some project, the system selection also as per the interior, but we need to approve because we need to check the other parameters. That system selection parameter we'll discuss at the time of machine selection.